So while I did get basically everything I need from here, aside like 1 or 2 ores I don't need yet. Just block that off and make my way out. Right. Priority number 1 has been found. I'm gonna try and craft a backpack. So, backpack, 4 leather, 4 string. Okay, so there's actually, if I take that, that's free. Oh, I did place one like a second ago. Oh, there's one over here. Nice, okay. 4 string, 4 leather, which I do have, and was it a chest? Yeah, okay. So I need a chest, but once I get the backpack, we'll go mining. Because basically the backpack's just, it feels mandatory to have. I do have an axe, yes. What I like to do with this mod, because it's quite big when it comes to the items you need, your inventory can get full up very quickly on just a bunch of random stuff that you're not using, but you will need later, especially for our purpose of trying to become every rider. What we're going to need is backpacks and organization and a big base. Because as cool as that little structure is, it's nowhere near big enough to house all the like suits and chests and all that stuff that I'm going to want later on. While I'm here, put the iron in there. Right, Cyclone and the Gaia memory shards. This is why I said there's RNG involved. I'm glad we got some from that guy. But basically, is the Gaia memory ore drops the Gaia memory shard, which can be used, surround it with any memory, specifically Cyclone and Joker for our purposes, and we can craft double. But to get memories, we need this. So we need 4 iron, 4 redstone, and 1 shard, and we can start making Gaia memories. Although, wait, okay. So a second ago, when we killed Bloodstalk, he dropped. We got 4 bottles and 1 nebula gas. If you take the nebula gas, and I believe, yeah, okay, 3 balls, you get smash balls, which when right clicking this, yeah, okay. Okay, none of those are what we need, but it gives you builds balls. So if we could have gotten rabbit from those, that would have been massive, because we need rabbit and tank to start builds gear. Right, while I wait for that to smell, I'm just putting away everything that isn't relevant. I feel like I have a lot of cougar stuff actually. If I take this, because I only need the 1. How much can I make? Cougar helmet. Oh, just barely, not enough. Surround that. I can make his arcle, but I think before I make his belt, because I know I'll forget, I'm going to make his leggings. I'm not repeating what I did with Kiva. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more growing, and we can turn into Cougar, which is huge, because Cougar gets night vision, and that is something Kiva sadly lacks. As cool as he looks, he can't even ride a kick. His chain is still locked around his leg. I actually don't think I can. If I like, yeah, no, I can't. In the show, he like puts in a different whistle, and it like lets him do his kick. But you sadly can't do a kick with every rider in this. Again, the mod is still being worked on, so it makes sense. Right. But yeah, I think in future they're planning on giving every rider like abilities to use. 22 iron. Okay. So that'll be cool. Maybe one day. Oh, it's raining. Maybe one day we'll have. One day we'll have a rider kick with every rider. Or at least like a way to do them. Yeah, there's like Kiva or double or. We could go for double next. I think one of his forms has night vision. I think that's just the goal now. Get night vision so we can go into caves confidently. Oh wait, there's some cougar ore here too that I didn't get the first time around. Well, we need 5 of these, right? Or 8 total. I think we got enough actually. Wait, hold up. Put everything on pause. This could be massive. Quickly run. I'm gonna sleep when I get back there as well because I don't want nighttime. There are certain enemies that only spawn at night, so we need to keep that in mind for future. For example, if I'm gonna farm Revice, I need to find those Geef guys that spawned not Bloodstalk. The guys that spawned Veil at the start of the episode. Or at the start of the recording. Again, I don't know how I'm splitting these up as I'm recording them. Right, give me this. And then give me these, because I need them. Yeah, no, we have just enough. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm gonna sleep. And then I'm gonna try do another cinematic scene for Cougar. Again, I said try because I don't really know what I'm gonna do for Cougar. It won't be as easy as Kiva's was, but we'll give it a go. Henshin. And there he is, Kamen Rider Cougar, or at least his growing form. I did want to use the other form, but I feel like I should save that for a special thing, and trying to figure out how to animate his summoning of the belt. Well, it doesn't look the best. I did have to make that myself. But cool, we have Cougar. Now I can go over his other forms, which basically are just all of these. So if you right click the growing form, it turns you into the growing form. But if you right click any of the other ones, I did go mine to get more growing form ones as well, off screen, because I wanted to do a big like moment for it. But Cougar in the show, he starts in this form for like the first 2 episodes. And everything after episode 2, he basically always goes like red. He never really uses this form, and this because this form sucks. Basically all he did in it was like just punch a guy. He doesn't really have any powers, he can't do his rider kick. Yeah, I'm basically just armoured up. There's no point to this form, really. But still, I thought it'd be cool to show it off because, you know, the model still looks really good. I'll do his real form later. I do want to still focus on Kiva, but I don't know when I should stop focusing on a rider. I guess you guys could maybe help me out with that. See, like, oh, you know, don't move on from Kiva until you've gotten all of his weapons, or, you know, don't move on from Cougar until you've got all of his forms, like that type of stuff. Oh, I did also want to show you, if I go back to my chest, I discovered something that'll make storage a lot easier. So if we currently take off Cougar and then become Kiva again, we'll just throw Cougar in here for now. as well as his items. But Kiva has a, if you press V, he has a slot thing, so I can put all of my things away and not have to have them in my inventory constantly. Can I do it with this actually? Does this count? It does, okay, cool. So now we can sort of empty out this a little bit. Cool, yeah, right. When I do fully transform into Cougar later, he's gonna get his own transformation sequence. I wanna do Cougar some justice. But until we get Cougar, I think that'll be about where I wrap up recording wise. This session took forever because I had to take like a 3-hour break to figure out how Blender worked so I could animate again this. But yeah, right. Oh wait, before we end off, this zombie has a backpack. There's no audio coming from it, but I saw it a mile away. Okay, alright, go away. Cool. Right, hopefully the Cougar section doesn't get done for copyright. I know Toei and Kamen Rider music in general is quite hard to throw into videos. But yeah, right. Hope you've enjoyed watching this, and I will see you all next time.